Being silent on bullshit is how we got to this point. Yeah, well, you don't have to be. It's already here. If you have to believe it. Well, they go. That's not going to stop. That kind of stuff is not going to stop. This kind of crap is not going to stop. You cannot change 3 4 generations of chicks on some kind of shit in a few years. That doesn't work that way. You can't retrain what they've grown up with out of them. It took them 4 generations to get here. It's going to take a couple generations to get them out of this. But if you want them, they are who they are. But the thing is, you wanted them back. If you didn't want them back, you'd be over there on SYSBM. We talk about dating out and can you find other women other than black? That's where you would be. You wouldn't be here. You'd be over there on Donovan Sharp or Coach Greg Adams, where they can teach you how you get white girls or Latino girls. Okay, but you're not over there doing that shit. That's why I know that you guys are full of shit. I mean, one video about King Arthur's men chose about the witch because he was sovereign. Yep. It's not on Patreon. It's still up there. Yeah, yeah. Of course they're lying to themselves. Okay. Of course they're lying to them. Well, they have to see it. The thing is that I've been telling what the if you're in Canada, if Lord Bison and you're in freaking Canada, you know what it is about the table. You know about feminism. Okay. The only reason is there's no table is because there's not enough black women. But if you're in Canada, you know what they're on some different kind of time. You're on a feminist time. Okay. Then you need to go over to the white manosphere because that's what mostly of the women are. But feminism still resides there. This is the black manosphere for ADOS people. Okay. If you're not one of those, guess what? This doesn't apply to you. I don't have a stomach for that black pill stuff. You better because it's coming. Of all the gynocentric and misandrous bullshit American brothers had to put up with has been exported to all the Western society. Not exported thing is developed because it's part of the environment. You change the environment, you change the people. Black women have always had serial monogamy. Everybody has a grandmother that had 8 kids by 4 different guys. And there's somebody in that family that had a bunch of kids by a bunch of different guys. That's always been part of the black experience, right? Even before we got emancipated, black women have always had multiple kids by multiple men since they got here. That's not new. That's part of their heritage. Yeah, it's part of if you accept the environment, just like anything else, the stuff will grow. Yeah, the thing is, marriage and this kind of stuff is nothing but a way to organize people. And if you're short at your jobs, there are they give they negotiate cutting back food stamps. They're going to make the people pay student loans, right? They're going to start cutting back. AI is going to take away jobs. What do you think they're going to have to do before the music stops? They're going to have to find a chair. I can tell you how many guys I've been talking to over the past 3 years that said the exact fucking same thing. All of a sudden, my ex is hitting me up. All of a sudden, they're liking my posts on Facebook. All of a sudden, they hit me up on Instagram. All of a sudden, they're tracking me down. I can't tell you how many guys I hear saying that. Who do you think is complaining about men not asking them out on dates? Where there's a cell phone, I wouldn't say that. Everybody, but then, do you have a cell phone? Believe it or not, I'm living that. I've had enough of though the anecdotal, but I talk even to the old heads. It's the same old story in different. It is. They're the same people, but they have to come back because the environment says they got to come back, and they just started. This is a table. They started just how they started to drift off. They're starting to drift back. They see what time it is. They, but though, if you want them back, these are them. If you don't want them back, stop asking for them. Stop asking for them. These are these guys. They have to. All women nest in an environment. That's their culture. That's their nature. That's like women don't travel as well as men. Men adapt to the environment. Women adapt to their culture. We played that piece from Mark from Africa, right? Mark Beats Africa. Was talking to Austin Holloman. What did he say? What Mark was saying, and 7 women, a black woman went over to get to find husbands. Okay, married them. Thought they would actually dominate these guys. These guys backhanded them when they got out of hand. They found out that uh, their culture doesn't travel that way. Okay, you have to adapt to the culture that's there. They couldn't, so they left. What did O'Shea say about black women? If you're coming over here to the continent, bring your man with you. Bring your man with you. Black women are not going to go where there's no black American black men. They're not. They're not gonna go in the middle of Uganda and there's no black men have already established like a foothold. Now black men actually starting to follow black men to Colombia. Now all of a sudden they never want to travel to Colombia before, but all of a sudden black men are making a big deal of it and establish a beachhead. They're following them down there. Do the same thing with Brazil. They don't go to down there by themselves. You know, they're not mad at passport bros. They're mad that passport bros won't take them with them. My grandmother was as pure as driven snow. Okay, that's not. Some were, some not. Some are just farmers, and because men did die and men did leave. But the thing is, about the freaking table, you 5 years ago, y'all wasn't saying all that. Y'all wasn't saying all that. Oh, it was all about the government. The government is supporting these women, and they're on some things because and they're acting this way because of the government. But now they're back at the table. Find out no, it has nothing to do with the government. These are our women. Do I want them? They are seen. That's what you hear all this kerfuffle about because they are seen. Yeah, well, now they're finding it out. Because they're seeing it. Before they didn't believe it because they couldn't see it. Some people don't believe it till they see it. But now that the environment is changing and the jobs are changing, the women are trying to trick them into coming back and supporting them. Now they're wary, which is something I warned you about years ago. Because they will come back, and because they're gonna need help, and that help is you. Are you gonna give it to them?